Yeah.
Did not do that 18.0. Looks like a fun workout.
Sure,
Snatches and
fine.
burpees.
It plays to none of my strengths, and my strengths include 225-pound power cleans, and that's it. So when that comes up, I'm all over it.
My strengths are strict presses and boots.
Yep.
I thought you were going to say boobs.
Strict presses and boobs.
And boobs.
Which is Cliff's new fitness lifestyle clothing brand.
Just a lot of boobs.
Strict presses and boobs.
I don't know. It sums it up.
I like it a lot.
That'd be great.
Yeah, I don't think I will be doing 18.0. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Fuck it. I have yet to sign up for the open.
What was the weight for the...
It was 50 pounds for the men and 35 for the women.
That's nothing.
Yeah.
That's so little.
Wait, wasn't it just basically a redo of the fucking snatchy burpee workout, except not a burpee over a box?
No, it was 21.59 snatches and burpees. But I think the entire point of it was that they needed to show that there are new standards for snatches and new standards for the burpee.
Oh, okay, I missed that. Or
Yeah,
what
so
are the wackies? Can you put your hand on your knee?
No,
put your other hand on your knee?
the snatch standard is instead of switching hands midair over your head, you can only switch hands once the dumbbell is past eye level.
Okay, so you can switch hands down
Like
here
down
and
to
then
your
touch
chest,
the... Okay.
And then the new burpee standard is that RX burpees are now you have to jump back and jump up. You can't step back and step up.
Yeah. And
Explain that one more time.
So you know like the classic efficient burpee, which is like hands down, step back, chest, like, you know, snaking push up, step up, step up.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's now scaled.
Okay.
An RX burpee is now, you know, like jump back with your feet, jump back up with
So
your
you can't do one leg at a time.
You can't do one.
I actually prefer that. Why? Because my level of flexibility is such that it's so asymmetrical that I can only step up with my left leg, not my right leg. So I just end up stepping up and stepping back only with one leg.
Yeah.
So I actually prefer this standard.
Yeah.
This is, you know, it seems like a simple change.
Yeah.
But it is going to motherfuck some people.
Oh, yeah.
Because
there's no way to really reduce the power output on the burpee all the way down to that like noise floor of barely any output, which is where you kind of got to get to sometimes with burpees, where it's just about flopping your body and then climbing yourself back up into standing position.
That's what I like, because when you do the burpee that way, the correct way, is there's that little bit of explosive hip flexion there.
Yeah.
There really isn't anything else.
You know that he's going to... Dave Castor is going to just double birds everybody and program 14.5, the thruster burpee workout now, and just be like, the RX is your fucking bouncing burpees, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Surprise.
Yeah. The now can one still when kicking up do the thing where your two shoes go like 3.5 feet apart from each other on the way up? Because I always thought that was interesting when people kick up from the burpee. Their feet land 4 feet apart from each other. Then they jump, but the jump just essentially returns them back to standing height.
Yeah.
That is allowed?
Well, they've never done burpees where that was the most efficient way of doing it. Because usually if they're doing burpees, it has a target you have to touch or something you have to jump over. So neither of those things are really helped with that sort of wide.
I think that people should do it anyway, just to see.
Well, that used to be a thing. I mean, there was a whole period of time in the CrossFit world for a very brief moment where everyone was just looking for the next thing to make their lives easier.
Yes.
The classic example of this
being steroids.
The classic example of this
Enduraball.
SARMs didn't exist back then. Is Dan Bailey's turbo pull-ups.
Right, where he was pushing down.
Where Dan Bailey's coach at the time was like, you know, everybody practices their butterfly pull-ups, but Dan Bailey's got his own version called the turbo pull-up, where he can pull himself up and then push himself down and pull back up super fast. So it's like, you know, it's not something that he's going to use in regular workouts, but if he needs it at the end of a workout, he's got it. And I was like, huh? Are you fucking serious? Like, turbo pull-ups? You're calling them turbo pull-ups.
What you want to do is not let gravity do the work for you, but actively increase your workload.
Yes. I can push myself down to the bottom of a pull-up.
Think of all the time you're saving, Armin.
So much time. Oh, holy shit! We have the turbo pull-ups video.
Oh,
God, he was so skinny.
Look how
Look at
tiny and young Dan Bailey is.
Look at that. Just a totally natural Dan Bailey with no
He's like,
steroids.
I've got this turbo pull-up situation going on. Yes. No, I can push and pull. You understand that it's really easy for me when I'm hanging. I can push myself right back up, but instead of just coming down real slow, I can push myself down and come back up. So push and pull and pull and push.
How did we get the sound running through the TV like that? That's crazy.
So yeah, the turbo pull-up. Terrible idea, but that was a thing. The burpee, the wide stance, wide jump burpee, that was also one. Another version of this was the hands inside your feet toes to bar.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was a classic.
Yeah.
The bounding box jump was always like that. It was always like, oh, how do I get 50 box jumps in that 1 minute on Fight Gone Bad? Well, if I just use my Achilles as a fucking elastic band, I think I can manage it.
Yeah.
Oh, here he goes. He's going to fucking do them. He's like, check it out. Check it out. Ooh, he did 2 of them in like
He did
2
two of them
seconds.
and already injured himself.
Damn, those are pretty
Yeah,
impressive.
that is the worst.
So, fun fact.
It actually looks
the turbo
slower than
pull-up,
butterfly pull-ups.
originally innovated by Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Turbo Man.
Uh-huh.
I believe that
I
movie.
get it.
I believe it. Yeah, so
Ta-ta, Turtle Man.
I'm really glad that we've moved past that and we're now in the world of just increase your work capacity world. Like,
And become better at Olympic lifting all the time.
actually,
We're on our way out of that period.
we are definitely on our way out of that period.
Missed opportunity. Why do we call them butterfly? We should just call them turbo pull-ups all the time.
It's true.
That's a good point.
It's a way to really just you
Turbo
really
chest
just
to bar,
kind of a fuck
turbo-
you to Dan Bailey.
Turbo ups.
Yes.
Turbo muscle ups. Those are my favorites.
Yes. Well, I recently saw something. I want this to become the next thing. This was, of course, on one of Alex Smith's Instagram videos. A combination toe to
my
bar,
gosh.
chest to bar pull up.
To bar muscle up.
Yeah. But what was more impressive was just the fact that in a single unbroken motion, he executed a toe to bar, chest to bar pull up in sequence.
Does it
over
not?
And over again.
Does it not make it more impressive when he does the toe to bar to chest to bar to bar muscle up?
Does he do that in one motion?
Oh
though?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
he goes, he like he does like the toes to the bar into like a butterfly chest to bar into a butterfly to the top of bar muscle up.
That's just too much.
But you know the video is talking about where he's doing
Yeah.
like a butterfly motion for toe to bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
Let's see that at the games.
And why? It's fucking unnecessary.
It's not unnecessary.
It's absolutely
It's fun.
unnecessary. It is a skill that you may practice,
Yes.
and it might get you CrossFit laid, but we all know that
Work-
CrossFit laid is not real laid. So
I don't know.
Workout proposal.
Never mind.
Workout proposal is those things, combination toe to bar, chest to bar pull ups, 21 of those. Then you have to go load a 400-pound stone because it balances out.
Yeah.
You see, you got your gymnastics people and you got your Brian Shaws.
look at
you
this.
know,
Like
who-
Scale is Needed Jesus is basically Dave Castro.
Yes,
Look at
exactly.
this guy. This is
Look at
fantastic.
this.